talking about. Just a little bit. I do believe this is the second year Brooks been in the seat of this tractor. He was up here last year with it. I saw him down to Adrian a couple years in a row. Pretty good running Case IH. You'll see his trucks on the road. Ferris milk hauling. I think he's running some other trucks besides hauling milk, but that's where it started. Came from a big family dairy farm on US 12 in a little town called Somerset Center. How about Case IH fans in the crowd? Another red one. Here we go. Really slow. Watch him build that boost up. Just real easy till he gets it right up where he thinks he wants to, and then he's going to just turn that wheels loose. Jackson, Michigan. It's a 1973 International 1066. Owned by Zem's Farms. We're in a pretty good pull there, and he's going to have to take that one, so let's give him a hand. They've one and done here. Out of Clinton, Michigan, to John Deere 5020 run by Roger Aarons.
Now, how many row planter would that pull, Gary?
Oh, that will pull a lot of planter. That tractor probably never did pull. The 5020s and the 5010s and the 6030s were your workhorses back in those days. That's probably a very early 1970s tractor, maybe a 70, 71.
So what would you think General would have in this kind of a tractor? What kind of money would you have in a tractor?
Oh man, I'd hate to put dollars on maybe 40, 50 grand. Could be.
And so the winnings will never pay for it. It's just
it's for all fun. He may have more than that. I might be on the shy side of that by the time you figure there's probably $2,000 to $3,000 a piece for the tires. The stuff he's done to the motor, the fancy turbos they put on them, the roll cages, and Roger Aarons out of Clinton with a John Deere 5020. We call it Steel Green. We're coming your way.
So he didn't get outside. He didn't get the red coat.
And it didn't have to, no. Well, you were here when we tried a lot of things back. We did mud bogs for quite a while, and part of that was because
I used to announce a mud bog.
Yeah. And that was fun, but it was so much work to try to put it in and out of here in a day's time. And there were a lot of us doing it then, and then kind of guys weren't doing it, so there are still areas where people do that. But then remember we did the rodeo.
Yes.
Did rodeo, did motocross. That was a lot of work, putting all the jumps in and out of here.
Here we go.
Rob Gervin out of Armada. Not quite what the John Deere had. Let's give him a hand. He'll be done for that one. All the way from Armada, Rob Gervin. just pulled last week at Armada and Gold, Indiana. I get a kick out of these. Some guys, you're supposed to write down your horsepower, and he says, not enough. It's never enough, is it?
That's right. You're always short.
What Wendell Cruz used to say, cubic dollars? You know what Wendell used to say? Remember the Wendell with the snake bite?
That's another thing I don't remember. But I remember Wendell putting in a lot of hours.
Wendell. The other woman.
There could be some money in that, Gary.
Yeah.
He's down there.
He had to tap the brakes, so he was drifting south. That took the steam out of it. You could see that he had to tap the brakes to pull it back in the middle. You lose a little bit when that happens. Christian Hilton, let's give him a hand. It's a 1991 John Deere.
252.9.
Just a little bit short. Travelers with the trucks. We'll get them out of Indiana, Ohio.
Don Green is ready, Gary. Here we go.
Jeff Aaron's out of Clinton. The big John Deere 5020. Wind her up, Jeffrey.
One IH 1066.
Just a real quick reminder, folks, if you would please, if you want to smoke, please come down onto the bleachers and go out behind. Don't smoke in the bleachers. And the other thing is what a wonderful job everybody did last night. If you would please, when you leave tonight, grab your trash and throw it in the garbage cans down at the bottom. It helps a ton. Thank you very much. International D21, and it's the pumpkin machine, the pumpkin on man. Just reading through what Scott wrote on the list, I was wondering why he hadn't been out as much he had been. He said, dropped the valve seat in the head, needed to repair it, took 3 weeks to get her back together, so it's only the 4th hook of the year for the pumpkin. Well, they got the shop, they got the tools, it's just a matter of the time to get it back together and probably the dollars. Scott Dibbley, member of the Dibbley family from Dibbley Equipment down there on Parker Road. Many, many times up here at the Chelsea Fair. It's the big old Alice, the D21. Let's see what the pumpkin's got for us tonight, folks. You can cheer him on. He can't hear you, but here we go. Come on, pumpkin. Whoa! He used all of the track. First puller in the class, he'll get the option, take the full puller again. Craig Storm's got the sled ready to go. You'll see the light go from red to green. That means it's up to Henry now. Whenever he's ready, he'll start building the boost on that tractor until he's got her right where he wants her. Slow and easy all the way to the top. When he gets her just about where he thinks is just peachy and keen, he's going to dump the clutch and away we go. How about it, Red fans? Let's go, Henry. Oh, yeah. Well, I think he did just exactly what he was hoping that he was going to do.
Oil.
He set her up on the other side. He did drift a little bit this way. Okay, John Deere fans. Let's cheer him on. It's Steve Velkamp out of Saline on the big John Deere. The 4255 called the Trophy Buck. He's got the green light. Near past pulling the sled out of Coldwater. Watch this one build up, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen. He's going to wind and wind and wind and wind her up, and here we go! You gotta have somebody that knows how to turn the wrenches if you're gonna be in this business. Well, he's been doing it a long time. I'd like to see Scott win this class. What do you think, folks? Can we get the pumpkin all the way to 300 feet? We gotta get him to go just a little bit straighter. Right down the middle of the track, all in one shot. Here comes the pumpkin going dead. He didn't get there, but he put on a good show. Let's give Scott a big round of applause.